Welcome back to Total War Pharaoh in part 15 of our Amenmesse campaign. In today's episode, we are here for the Siege of Buhin. I decided we were going to leave the fort alone. We could pretty easily quash them on the field here, so we set up our entire army in a bit of a concave formation, so when the reinforcements of Buhin do arrive, they are going to be cut to ribbons by a mixture of archers and spear runners. I'm actually going to bring these spear runners a bit closer, and these guys around to the other side, just in case we need that extra flank. Last time we tried this, it deployed much wider than I initially expected, and things got a little bit hectic. Also have our reinforcements coming on in from this side, and there are 1,200 of them, most of them being very elite. So I have left a couple of the ladders on over on this side, and their job is going to be to sprint over to these ladders as quick as they can, try to get up over these walls and open these gates. Once Amenmesse does eliminate the reinforcements, then their job is going to be to turn around and to try to engage this siege tower and get up and over the walls in this position, where there's kind of a smaller area for them to defend, and we can also capture both towers relatively quickly if we are doing the right thing. So let's go ahead and dive on into the battle. Where are you? Here they come. Our reinforcements arrive as well. Let's keep these chariots moving up the sides. Should have figured they were going to target the runners first, or by far the most squishy targets for them. Make sure our archers are targeting theirs. Deal with those longbowmen as quickly as we can there. Scoot forward if you have to. You guys go into that spear wall. Runners keep scooting on back. We're going to go ahead and have it. These are the Nubian chariots. Stay a little ways away then. Go ahead and charge those fools down. Amenmesse and company, break them. Archers are moving up a little bit further than I'd like to. Let's go ahead and have these spears engage first. Then the chargers and company can come on around. Runners on in. Go ahead and surround and destroy this group then. This poor lord. Caught, now he's gonna get shot in the back a few times. As the rest of the Nubians move on in. So we know our reinforcements are also kind of moving. Have them getting towards the siege towers there. We'll have them walk though. There's no reason to use up all of their stamina, since it is quite sunny out.
Fight as one! Embrace the searing heat of the sun god!
Beautiful. So let's have these runners come on back, and you guys can just shoot into their backs as well. Spearmen versus clubs should go very much our way.
Aim for their hearts!
Blast into what should be the undefended units. Everyone crash in over here. Runners go after these Nubian hunters. Go ahead and give them a juke. Keep blasting in on these spearmen. Go ahead and turn around their chariots, since it looks like the spears are thinking you're the ultimate target. So many arrows flying in, it's picking up a ton of sand. Yeah, give him the old Spartan kick backwards into an arrow. That is the wombo combo. I've got one sticking out of his back. Oh, there's three more. Incredible amount of missiles flying their way. Well, let's go ahead and have these chariots continue to pull on back, and let our infantry finish these fools off here. And then we'll have all of our archers move to get re-engaged over next to Buhin proper. Move yourselves over here, don't mind you sprinting. Actually, take it back, we're gonna walk since it is so sunny out right now. Amusingly, these Nubian bowmen are continuing to fire. Everyone else looks like they are fleeing for the hills though. That means it's time to get set up for the next engagement. Going to be a tiring march, but we have to get on over towards the walls now. Bring everyone over, and we'll get them set up more organized in a moment. You all can start running, and we will get them sorted into a group as well, so I know who is who. All of the archers in guard mode. Okay, so let's have the Nubian recruits hitting the walls first, since they are much more expendable. And we'll have the clubs just moving up to the water line there. Archers, where are the enemies? Oh, it's a dual capture point. They're all sitting in the inside. That makes sense. It's much safer there. Get all of our archers set up then.
On the move.
Alright, everyone. Get to running. Bring the Kushite runners. Honestly, we're just going to have them take the tower since they move the quickest out of the bunch. So we'll have the gold chevron take the tower. Then everyone else can just sprint on over to wait their turn. Original Archer Corps behind them. Arrow Guard probably just moving over a little bit. They'll have the 2 chariot teams blasting over as well. It'll take everyone a long time to get over there. Come on, Amenmesse, I know I gave you orders. There's warp to be done. Just not get too close to the towers, because I think they are still able to fire, even without people manning them.
Impediment will drag them into battle.
Our extensive reinforcements. The people of Buhin should be very afraid. We routed the defenders in the fort quite quickly. They are moving to actually get set up for the siege, though, properly now. It might be too little too late. Is there a way to make this smaller? This panel is goofily gigantic. I'd love to bring them over so they can harass this group as they try to set up on the walls, but I'm not sure exactly where they're going, and I don't think they do either.
Nothing will stop us.
They're going to be very tired. But likely it looks like they will too, as they've been sprinting the entire time. Everyone's still moving, right? No one is waiting around doing nothing.
Roll out.
Yeah, looks like they're trying to spread their defenses evenly, which is going to be probably the exact opposite of what they want to do. Alright, let's pull the panel up once more here, and let's get... Whoa, it's even taller than it was before.
Now they cannot escape us.
Set your boys up into... These are just the new normal Nubian bowmen. Let's bring them into...
Marching
least firing position.
into position.
Far enough away from that tower that they can hit themselves. These bowmen, any of the bowmen that we can use with flaming arrows, oh good. It continues to move it further and further up the screen. I'm sure that's not a bug. Well then, we're gonna have to stop using this army panel for the entire rest of the battle then. Now that we've used it a couple times, it's gonna be about halfway up the screen.
The might of Nubia. They cannot run from us now.
Alright, the archers made it back first, which is confusing. Where are my runners at? Well, they stopped in the middle of the sands, did they not? Why are the runners so slow? Huh. Well, in that case, we may just want to have the archers post up here. Why are these slings going so far forward as opposed to everyone else? Orders seem to be very mixed up here. Yeah, the army panel is just climbing. That is goofy. Alright, so let's get all the boys here then, and this will set them up for the attack on the city.
Into position.
That's interesting to say the least. These Nubian clubmen, come on back.
Pushing on.
Kushite runners, you go ahead and set up in the siege tower, or where are the guys that are? Is it them? Do something else, you guys get in the siege tower.
Siege tower. It is decided.
Back a little bit here. We've got our own archers to contend with. Let's go ahead and start unleashing some fire upon them. Blast those Kushite archers. You guys are set up on the towers or the ladders. Let's go ahead and take either side of these 4 walls. And you all move forward, start blasting in on their archers.
Never falter.
And actually, we're gonna go for fire arrows on everyone they can. They already have very limited,
Fight with honor.
leadership so we can lower that as much as possible.
Fighters of Nubia.
Pretty much all of our bowmen are completely expendable. Something they'll probably love to hear. Everyone's moving on in. I'm back over to Amenmesse's side, where that first group of archers is fleeing for the hills.
Fight hard.
You all are on guard mode because we didn't initially. Siege tower, get in there and get over those walls.
Fighters of Nubia.
If we could sneak in through the gates, that'd be awesome, but let's not worry so much about that one, and we'll bring all the archers in. Amenmesse up just in front of those towers there.
Onwards.
He would likely be the most key target for them, so keep him back just a bit.
Break their necks.
Alright, continue to do the anti-missile thing. Back on the other side. Flaming arrows are looking to do some seriously good work.
Let the sun melt our foes.
And the architecture here in Buhin is also pretty pristine and beautiful. Lots of white marble. There's white sandstone. Ladders are making their way slowly across the... I'm guessing pushing it across this little small stream would not be fun. Even though they're using the force to make it move. Let's cease our own fire missiles for now, since we've got our ladders moving on forward, and lighting them ablaze would be in poor taste.
Douse. Aim for their hearts.
All of you go after the archers.
Archers, shoot.
And just let these clowns... Are they already out of ammo? Alright, well they use their shots effectively, hopefully. Every missile soldier they send in is getting absolutely eviscerated. Need through those gates.
Take your shot. No.
Oh, they are through those gates.
Onwards.
Well, if you let us in, we'll take it. Keep all the other archers back for a little bit. The tower will arrive very soon, but we may already have the gatehouse captured before then. There's just the one group of archers in the back here.
The might of Nubia.
The boys in the ladders are not going to have a good time. Go ahead and stop everyone's fire at will just for a moment. I'd like to try to get them set up to take advantage of these guys trying to surround our Nubian recruits on either side here.
Marching.
Far enough away you're not getting shot. And you all keep doing the anti-archer thing.
Aim for their hearts.
Beautiful.
Move it.
Back on Amenmesse's side, we have captured the gatehouse. That means all of our troops should be able to get in no problem now. Now you guys come up and claim this tower.
Pushing on.
We'd rather it stop firing on us immediately. And you all can go and capture this point.
Onwards.
Onwards. Bring the chariots in. You slaughter this poor fool here.
Destroy them.
And I guess we do the same thing with everyone else. Everyone else advance to center line here.
With me.
Or just smush this fool. That also works. Alright, have you all move in to the siege ladders as well.
Power and pride.
Everyone with a bow, fire on these clowns. If you don't, just come on and stand here. We'll send you up to the walls soon. That should allow them to fire completely into their flanks. Get lots of good hits. As the recruits are going to get butchered on the walls. That's just how that works. Fire on those Kushites. Does look like they've pretty well lost. Our army's streaming in now. And that tower belongs to us, so we shouldn't be being shot at as well. Let's have you all move down to assist in capturing the marketplace. Run back to the main fort for all the good it'll do. A few of them have taken smart positions. So maybe if we can have them fire on these guys, they can hit them a little bit better. Looks like these archers are doing alright for themselves. flanking off the walls, but we don't have a lot of good elevation on the side. So that guy got hit. Doing their best to get through that armor. They don't have any themselves, which very brave. Alright, Clubman, you guys see if you can come down below.
On the move.
The Knight of Nubia.
Now, Tread Archers have been a little bit harried
Archers, shoot.
on those ladders.
Fighters
Then you're
of
going to come up
Nubia.
from behind these spear recruits. That's the plan, at least.
Marching.
Or stay here, and we can
Into
unlock the
position.
gates. Send the boys in from there. Oh no, they're not capturing anything. Charge
Power
up.
and pride.
Never falter.
Up the ladders for you as well. Keep firing. Out of arrows.
Meet your end.
They're not, but they decided to stop shooting either way. Makes sense. And now the clubmen are filing on up. Doom is upon you, spear recruits. And there's the victory. I'm betting their lord just got run over by a bunch of chariots. He is indeed broken.
Ours is the glory.
There he is. He's not down yet. Only a matter of time, my
We
friend.
have no chance.
Slain in cold blood.
Well fought, man.
131 lost of our own. And not a bad siege, all things considered. We will go ahead and just claim this pillar of civilization.
This
Does indeed
city
belong to
belongs
me now.
us. My influence grows.
We have enough set devotion now that we can go ahead and devote Sinismet back to his patron deity,
Bow
the evil
before
anteater
your
of the
God.
sands. Claim some more sacred land, which further increases our legitimacy. And what is Buhin looking like here? We've got lots of military slots. This is going to give us plenty of Nubian and Kushites. Yes, indeed. I think I'm going to keep my military might still down here in Ramesses. We can kind of zoom down south across using the Nile if you really need to. So let's go ahead and have you.
I will take what is owed to me by
really need to
any
do any recruiting at all.
means.
Only troops we might slot in is going to be the Pharaoh elite. So here at Buhin, let's go ahead and destroy all of the recruitment buildings and just replace them with food for now. So we've got expanded farmland, irrigation ditch, the Grand Temple of Anubis. Very nice. So this was the cult center for Anubis. What other kind of buildings are available here? The Grand Copper Repository, which of course would give us bronze. Translator's quarters, so maybe all of the Pillars of Civilization have the Translator's quarters. Makes sense, but this one special landmark is the Copper Repository. Of course, we could also slot in. There's lots of food options here, so we're going to go ahead and grab, I think, as many of those as we can. Probably the hidden rooms, if we are able. Sweet, so could we speed this one along for a fair bit of... Yeah, nothing at all. Give us the extra food so we can start stockpiling a bit.
Amenmesse, Pharaoh of Egypt.
Pharaoh of Egypt. We've got here is the fort and the Egyptian trading post and a monument. I don't mind the monument being here, but I'm probably going to demolish it at some point to just replace it in one of the smaller settlements. That way we can put all of the economic boosts here.
True Pharaoh.
Sweet. So down in the deep south,
Warrior of
there are no more Liba. I really wish we had a rework to the map where it had kind of the same way as Warhammer, where you're zoomed in, you can see the green flags for your, or whatever the icon may be, give it its own key, but you can at least see the kind of things that are going on the actual map. So the armies, the towns, even maybe not the outposts, but the armies and the different smaller settlements would be quite nice additions. Alright, let's pull into the province tab so I can kind of zoom around. We've got a lot of territory under our control now. Jungle Oasis has plenty of upgrades to be had. Native barracks. City Guard compound is likely what I'm going for next, just for the added defenses. We can also snag the foreigners' residential quarters for even more food production. I guess 10% on top of all of these as well, which is the Grand Bazaar.
No one doubts me now.
No one doubts me now. How close are we to getting up to 230 legitimacy rather we need for the tier 2 powers? We got a little ways to go. Let's go for income. I'm thinking the foreigners' quarters here and also the woodcutter camp. Stuff. And we're down to 700 stone, which is still a fair amount. Your 10 troops, can you chase off these Lebu? We did give him some of the Royal Chariot Companions. The answer to that question is a hefty maybe. He's going to go after one of our less defended settlements like Hop, but I still think these guys can hold the line pretty well. We'll do some pursuing, though. Let's go ahead and snag the Shrine of Isis so we don't have to worry about desert attrition.
My path, divinity.
And we'll go on down, paying homage, then we'll snag some of his more immediate recruitments. We have a little bit of extra food we can use.
You better
We can snag some elite Lebu, or get this, we can snag some Nubian longbowmen. Say 2 of them, and then give him the Kushite spearmen as well.
Line up.
That's a pretty solid army. We'll have him threaten
I stand on
the Lebu from here. Let's go into an ambush, see if we can't trick him into raiding this monument. The words of Amenmesse they are the sand demons. We're gonna do the same down here in the south. So let's go out of march.
Finally, I am renowned.
Zoom on down to the Shrine of Set.
I am in your hands.
Then we'll try to ambush perhaps next to one of these others. Fort won't likely work, but we can try to ambush here and draw them in. We know they're out there. Finishing them off is going to be quite important. Alright, well, now that we've claimed Buhin, let's find our next target. We have to wait till the next turn. Or do we? I don't think we have to. City is for the taking. Conquer it. Receive your reward. You will have access to your powers of culmination right before you enter battle. Okay, so I guess it's time to change the target now. So we had Buhin claimed pretty quickly. Where's Miam? That is the next furthest up the Nile from us. So we'll go ahead and select it as our target. And we initiate the conquest. People of Miam don't yet know it, but they are already ours. Oh wait, we have our first conquest option. Yoink, what do we have here? Find a route in at night, which will reveal the enemy garrison and give us, or drop their siege holdout time by 3 turns. Hire a native champion, or give a gift to the local warlord. I like the gift. More reinforcements. Claiming these settlements more or less peacefully has been pretty useful for us so far. Where is our next army? One of the issues with the map here is you have to be zoomed in to actually see your armies. And you cannot see much from this position here. Let's come into our generals and find Sehenesmet.
Death to my
all the way down in Abu Ab because he had to be. Which we have rebuilt all the way up to tier 3. The Shit of Farm is almost in as well. All we're going to do is slot back in the guard tower and hope it can defend. We nearly had them last time, but it was just such a large army. I think against normal defenders or normal invaders from the desert, we should be just fine. Okay, so let's see about speeding along these outposts. Oh, is this the fort? I actually don't mind coming in here and dropping off
Power and pride.
probably all of these Kushite archers, just so they're not nearly as elite. We'll give them the Nubian recruits as well, so both recruits and all of those archers. Yoink. And we'll have to recruit them up some more, but that's just fine. March stance can get us all the way up to Burma pretty easily. Let's do so.
Spirit and pride. I ride
But
the
Nile will
current
zoom
of
all the
Egypt.
way up.
Prepare to disembark.
Awesome. Keeps this fool a little bit more honest as he's
Mighty
likely to try to
warrior.
strike out. They can recruit a lot per turn, even after we've claimed some of their important stuff. Hopefully he was trying to recruit units that were very high tier, so it should actually
Ruler
stop his
of
recruitment
all
completely
Egypt.
cold. That's the idea, at least. Into our court action, which we have actually
I
started an
bid you
assassination
welcome
plot
to the
against the
halls
High
of the
Priest of
Hidden.
Amun. He is holding the city of Waset, or at least he is thinking he is the city of Waset as his capital, as it is his name, so it would make a bit of sense. But once we claim Waset, we actually have a new hat, Hat of Hajet, which gives us 5 extra legitimacy and some influence to spread around. You have to have Minifer and Waset to have the Beshinked crown. It says or, but I think it means both. Otherwise, why would you have the double crown? That's what we're going to be pressing for, is we do need a Waset, and it is quite a ways up the river here. Nubit would be our next killer target. Alright, back into the court here we go. We can't actually, I
Here
don't
we
think,
are. The center
increase.
of wealth and
You cannot
influence
undermine a
in
plot.
Egypt.
Use undermine on a plot at maximum level. So the maximum you can get with the assassinate is 87%. We are going to go ahead and just try to... Wouldn't mind assisting you. We have plenty of gold. 120.
You move through court so gracefully, my friend.
Indeed do. Already been used this year. Too greedy. That's unassigned skill points for Amenmesse.
Firstborn son.
Keep moving down that middle line. And it looks like we have unlocked now... Something just unlocked. Was it the dances on the cataracts? Oh, indeed. So we get extra 30% movement on sea, if we so wish. I don't, but it's a thing. Yeah, Kawa has a single workforce ready, but we need 3 for the building we want. Back to Amenmesse, and our turn. Alright, harvest season is upon us once more, and it does look like we've got lots of sea raiders bouncing around out there. We haven't even met them. We've just been dealing with the Lebu that come in and try to sneak in while everyone else is occupied elsewhere. We're closing in on the Nile Delta, little by little.
Rightful heir
We are going
of
to do with
Egypt.
Amenmesse, and we absolutely did. They were trying to recruit something that was a little bit too elite for them.
Going where the wind blows.
So can we then make it all the way down to Shima on the Nile? I think we can.
Endlessly wealthy.
Your doom approaches, sir, unless there's a ton of guys in here. In which case, things might get spicy. Let's get them.
Time to strike.
Time to strike. Let's hear Kepta. Hothu has a bunch of normal units, and then Menippi has some fairly elite units coming on in from his garrison. Okay. Thinks we shall have a Cadmean victory if we take it to the auto-resolve. Let's slaughter some more Nubians. We will just post up wherever the reinforcements are coming in, butcher them, and then turn to eliminate the defenders. Should be pretty textbook. Get to it. Right, we've got some sweltering weather. Let's just wait a single time. We get anything a little bit more spicy. One more time, then. Sandstorm right off the bat. Don't mind if I do. Oh, so they're reinforcing directly next to the city? Okay. Well, that makes things a little bit more of a straight-up fight then, doesn't it? Let's go for Kushite Spears on the front, where those guys are going to be showing up. All of the other Nubians and our bowmen back. Slings are only really going to be useful against other archers than our elite armored that are, for some reason, deploying separately here. Missile troops in guard mode. Ski boys, and then all of the other infantry.
The gods will carry us to victory.
I sure hope so.
We will
So the Kushite runners, they should be invisible. Put over here in the woods. You can send them in behind to try to capture one of these resource points when the battle is really spicing up. Amenmesse, and then we'll have the Pharaoh guard over here. These two can be this kind of formation. They're just going to advance straight up, try to get them involved. Fight with this group first, that way our archers can pick them apart. You know, our clubs can charge in either way. We will likely split the army up once things get started. That'll begin. Everyone advance. Lots of clubs. Looks like they are going to come on out of the settlement to face us. See if we can't send our spear recruits or our runners around to this side. Get on the chariots. Spear wall. And charge. Well, actually, no, let's have you guys go into spear wall as well. Too late. Break them. Let's charge down these archer units quickly. Figure where our missile is going to make the most effect. We just need to eviscerate the guys up front pretty quickly. Amenmesse, you turn around. You all move forward to deal with this fool. You two go into melee and eliminate these archers. If you're going to come out of the settlement to face us, that works for me. Pull you guys on back, and you two too. They were trying some sneakiness. Thought we wouldn't notice, but we did. Oh, they've got the fire while moving, or at least very quick response time there. Eliminating those Kushite archers. Looks like we've got the front line pretty well handled.
The might of Nubia.
You guys had to advance way further than I wanted them to. A poor decision, Amenmesse. You guys come around and start firing on this group. Enemy Lord is already broken. See if we can have these guys retreat across the water here. Just made a grave mistake. Their grave mistake was running away.
Fight for Pharaoh!
Car rits are what we're here for. Where are my armored archers? Got speedy fire in. A lot of you guys aim true. You gotta get much closer. I'm gonna completely ignore missile block chance though.
Loose arrows.
Maybe really bad for our own units.
Loose arrows. Archers, shoot.
Advance.
Slay them.
Going after those archers. Let's have the chariot companions, as they cause fear, come through.
Sons of Egypt.
I love killing Egyptians.
I love
You speak
killing
what
Egyptians.
I say, Nubian.
I don't think you can say that.
Cut through them. Break their necks.
We are still winning pretty aggressively. These guys get caught up in a missile
Into
duel.
position.
They're definitely losing.
Aim for
Good
their
grief.
hearts.
Let's add the flames.
Power and
Fear
pride.
of reeds awaits you. And revenge
Oh, my
that's
companions.
here and now.
There we go. They really don't like being on fire.
No! It cannot be!
Come through. Take you guys off of the flaming arrows there.
Enough flames.
Let's just blast these Nubian longbows.
Chariot.
Run down Hothu.
Fight as one. Aim true.
Or Bowman got
For
blasted
glory
there.
eternal.
March on!
Let us hope the sand buries our foe.
A Amenmesse denies us.
Not sure what these guys are doing, but they don't want to survive, apparently. Lots of casualties on the hill, but we managed to claim victory. Poor, foolish people of Buhin. Yeah. Ooh. The double shield bash.
Another step closer to my goal.
Another step closer to the old capital of Egypt.
Occupy the city.
Shima is now under our control, and we are now really banking in the food, which is awesome. I am definitely going to be upgrading Buhin up to the Vizier's residence. It takes one turn. Alright then. You insist. Lumber reserve. Love to slot in our defensive buildings now, though. So that city guard station is going to take one turn. I'm just going to build it now. That's going to tell us we are now occupying some more sacred land. Awesome. 204 legitimacy. What it looks like we did manage to assassinate the High Priest of Amun. We did indeed. Rest in peace, you. See, do we want to claim this over the treasurer? I actually think we do. I'm going to remove this character from position, and we are going to claim this position with Amenmesse as the High Priest of Amun. So now as he travels around, he should be giving us gold. More favored with worship deities, especially Amun. Awesome. Now someone else is going to claim the treasurer position, and I don't really mind that so much. We will take the High Priest. Up to 600, 700 in most cases. We're up to tier 3 in Isis, tier 3 for Anubis, tier 2 for Set. Only needing 250 or just 150. Sweet business. What is the Anubis tier 3 giving us? 5% more range, workforce growth. Huge drop in morale. Right here trying to face us, and the devoted general is getting 15 additional armor. That is great. Only got the one slot left in Buhin proper, so let's go ahead and chuck in the fishing village. Grab the extra food, and I'm actually going to go ahead and construct this immediately as we are so close to falling. Civilization is hurting. So they keep being sacked and taken on down to tier 3 or less. Not great. Hopefully we've got enough workforce quickly that we can take this up to tier 5. So it looks like we are on the verge of collapse. Not for lack of trying, though. You're in Shima. Definitely don't need the way station, and I'm going to go ahead and delete the fort as well. We just want the fort at Buhin. This army, we'll go ahead and have you...
Prepare for anything.
Here in Kerma, we have all of the native units. I thought we had specific stuff set up in Kerma for missiles. Kerma is all of the missile troops.
I stand unbroken.
Yeah, so that's our Tessetti longbowmen and things of the sort. Rank 9 to start? Alright. Don't mind if I do. Let's grab some of these Tessetti longbowmen. We'll bring them on over to Amenmesse's force. We'll have him replace most of his normal units with these uber elite archers. With crazy range.
Clearing a path to power.
Yeah, we'll just kind of trade out all these Nubian mercenary bowmen for all of the lads that can shoot 240 range.
God, Pharaoh.
Alright, that's perfect stuff. So there's just a few more of the Libu Raiders running around. It looks like they did not choose to attack. They're actually going to go after... Hop.
Stay alert, brothers.
Well, let's continue to follow them then.
You stand no chance.
They may choose to ride around and raid things, but there's not much we can do about it, sadly. Other Libu Raiders went up north. Interesting. So we will stay here.
Hard men for
Raid out a few of our Nubian recruits for some more elite desert swords, or probably some Libra warriors, like a blend. Nubian recruits are great, but they just don't have all that good of stats. Good for the moment when you need them. Meantime, we'll just grab you 2 Libra desert swords.
I need more blades.
Need more blades. And we could upgrade the stone settlement. Which I actually think is not going to be a good idea. Influence is fixed in this province. We can probably take out the Newscrier's stand. And then we'll go ahead and throw in the guard tower at our bronze production. Can't really trust the people of Miam, I can't lie, but they don't seem to be keen on a rebellion just yet. Well, we'll go for that guard tower. I'm going to construct it instantly. Make sure we're not having to worry about getting attacked right off the bat. Also complete the fishery, but I think we're going to wait on that one. Okay, cool. One more action is available on Utmost action. We could attack the water supply, we could rouse some more native warriors, or we could send in a spy as an envoy of the local warlord. Drops morale by 10, happiness by 5, and then the next cost of the action by 50%. Sold. And that gives us both native support and some sabotage. Only 15 for each. Now, the purple aren't really that useful for getting both. Since for now that we have full reinforcements, we may not even need them. Shimsu Horde, but let's come on down to good old Amenmesse and win the turn.
Pharaoh.
Upaluliuma wants stone. He's going to give us gold. I am the gold monger. What are you willing to give us that's not that? Great King of Hati, can we get non-aggression pact? He's not interested in stone, but he wanted us to give it to him? Huh. What if I offer 500 of it? No, he wants nothing to do with us. Except for resources. No thanks. Alright, so Name has come on and back to attack. Auto-resolve has us losing, does it? Well, it's his Libu versus mine. He only has 1 desert sword. I mean, so do I. Let's go ahead and take it to him then. I'm betting there is a sandstorm or something. That's why it's giving them such an advantage. We'll find out. Oh yeah, sandstorm indeed. Okay, so how do we go about avoiding the Libu here?
Easy.
Our own Libu are going to be fairly effective in the sandstorm. Let's set up our spearmen. That's kind of both a probe and a front line. We can have the desert swords either side. Lord a little ways further back.
Anything for victory.
These guys be a little bit closer since they're more expendable in terms of swordsmen. We have the desert swords behind them and the chargers on this other side. Nubian longbows need to stay back so they're not getting taken out. Kushite archers go up front. How much range do they actually lose? They lose none. Of course, it's not showing us their true. Doesn't seem like it's as affected, but still definitely is. Slings on over as well. The Nubian longbowman back. We can hold out until the sandstorm is over. We have a pretty good chance of winning. Alright, so infantry. Archers in guard mode, and then you just stay with the infantry. That'll do. Alright, so we've spotted them. Go ahead and rotate our group a little bit here. What's the plan?
Familiar fury of the sands.
Familiar fury of the sands.
Ride onward!
You better hope so.
Fear us!
Grab them to have them move into a position. Not great.
Charioteers!
Not get too close to them, but we should still be able to launch arrows. They're very undefended slings.
Chariots into position!
Shoot them down.
They definitely are firing outside of their supposed range here.
Our enemy is inside.
They've already dropped a few. Keep on moving.
Chariots forward!
I do have a jet flying red, so I might mute here in a moment. So if I disappear,
Charioteers, go!
no bugs. Is a feature. Moving on through, you guys get into
Arrows away!
move forward a little bit more,
Onwards.
then go into shield wall.
Chariots into position!
All right, here comes some more desert chargers. Let's go ahead and pull back from there.
Ride
Desert
onward.
chargers are going to be fairly dangerous.
Shoot them down.
I see them!
Fight for your brothers.
With me! Marching!
Out wide.
With me.
Keep moving.
Charioteers, go!
Tribe spears are going to be one of their more dangerous units by far.
This way, brothers.
Go into a wall formation with you guys as well.
Enemies ahead!
Keep moving.
Sighted. They're over there.
Stalk is dangerous, but we can handle it.
Chariots, move out!
Never falter!
Their wall's a little bit more wide. Oh, they're getting into formation still.
Fighters of Nubia!
Last those desert runners, that should be pretty easy.
I see our foes!
Keep moving.
Chariots into position!
Go ahead and have you guys crash into. Oh, they have javelins to throw.
Never back down!
The might of Nubia!
Use those slings.
Alright, who can we take out? Let them all pick their targets.
Fighters of Nubia!
Die.
Fall back.
Amenmesse is with me. Smash their heads. Send them to dust. I stand defiant.
You guys got it. Blast into
Knock them down.
Nane there.
Fear us!
You guys keep on moving. Let's turn to the
Bury them in stone.
expendable slings to fight them.
Wipe them out.
Chariots, forward!
You guys come on back and help that group.
Soon
Shield
you
wall's
will know
holding.
suffering.
For a moment.
Fool. My anger only strengthens me. Slingers, fire.
Fighters of Nubia!
Keep blasting into the backs of those desert runners. Nane is going down rather quickly.
The might of Nubia.
Oh, really?
Rocks away.
You guys go into melee and just
Spirit.
stop them there.
They will
Chariots can come on
bleed.
through. Let's go after these slings.
I will loot your corpse when I'm done. It's
Our enemy
best to
lord
cut
is
the head of
almost
a
down.
desert
Akadazar
snake
is
like
a champion.
you. We stand strong.
Alright, switch you guys to dealing with these tribesmen and runners.
Release!
Slay them.
Come on, chariots, keep
Take
moving.
them all. Wipe them out.
Marching!
They've moved out of range. You guys keep chasing them and go into yourself out of guard mode, please.
Break them!
You will suffer.
Charge of the clubs. And break these tribe spears rather quickly.
To victory!
Alright, those slings are gone. Let's bring them back around to crash into those tribe spears. Haven't really lost any units.
We will triumph.
Strike through!
Slingers, fire. Strong spirit.
Go ahead and get you guys into Blood Out the Sun. Start blasting into the backs of these Lebu here.
For glory!
We are.
Break them.
Another awesome chariot charge. They've got the fear. That's on top of knocking everyone over. They're gone. Let's switch to these other spears.
Sand warriors. You will suffer.
Need to pull these chariots through so they can get a better charge.
No defeat!
Looks like we've got them. Here's the victory. Foolish desert tribesmen, I have bought off your people. As Amenmesse says, gold is everything.
Cower before me.
So our chariots chase down these Libu tribesmen, and I'll catch you in a moment.
Release! Now they know our strength!
And abused. That is that group of Libu tribesmen utterly eviscerated. Just having the single unit of chariots is all you really need. Let's go ahead and have them be ransomed on off.
The gods favor me.
Indeed. Sea storms along the coast. Violent sea storms from high Yem have damaged structures and brought destruction upon the land along the coasts of Lower Egypt and Sinai. Ooh, that's no good. Here's a new ambition. Shine like the sun, have at least 10,000 gold for a bit of gold prestige. Yours by right. Hold all of Buhin for 2,000 food and 500 wood, or have a workforce growth rate of at least 10 in all of your provinces. It's a lot of wood and stone. I think we're just gonna go for the food and wood though. Snags this ambition here.
I will take what is owed to me by
Koresh are now invading. Pirates of the Koresh. Such is the way. Let's have you come on up to kind of meet in the middle here, can't we? So we can grab all of the actual units for Amenmesse's faction that are infantry based in Paremeses.
Courage is everything. God, Pharaoh.
I'd like you to meet a little bit more on
Worldly
Amenmesse's side if you can.
I ride
We'll switch those to set the
current of
longbowmen off for the elite. New normal mercenary bowmen.
Keep moving!
Keep moving. All four of these guys, we'll go ahead and swap them out for these three. I think plus one of the slings. Just get rid of those slings for uber elite archers.
The great river carries me.
You can keep doing the recruiting thing.
Current of Egypt.
You
Timing
can't
is
actually.
everything.
Okay then. Sprint
We
back to
must be
Paremeses. And Amenmesse is very elite
Pharaoh of Egypt.
army now. Let's see if you can at least land ashore.
Back on dry land.
Oh, you can't. Okay.
Faster now, man.
Good old waste. Let's move up past Shima.
Keep those oars moving.
And we'll recruit him more troops maybe later on. We'll have someone bring him some. We need to let the workforce grow a little bit here in Buhin. Shima has the lumber depot, fishing village, and irrigation ditch already in. I think we're going to eliminate the fishing village just for now. Put in the happiness building until we've got all of the people's woes attended to. Speaking of, we're going to go ahead and throw in the outpost to not ANUBIS, but Set. Gives us some growth. Not happiness, though, because it definitely wouldn't. We also already got the economic post, so the other ones are just going to be more for the usefulness we can gain.
Old Kush will live in me.
Way station gives us extra movement range. Let's go for that. After we've already destroyed it. Going to instantly construct the shrine.
Amenmesse.
Perfect stuff. You with these Libu Raiders left. You should have
Warrior
yourself
of
skill
Nubia.
points now, sir. Go one more into presence and grab shoot while moving for missiles. You chase these fools down.
Glorious bloodshed.
Glorious bloodshed. Yeah, he even gave him one too.
We showed them.
We showed them.
Don't waste this chance.
Okay, so after
I'm always
conquering
ready.
those fools, we should be able to now turn around.
Battle is
Or
my
recruit up
calling.
some elite Nubians. Shall we? Nubian spearmen are not going to be useful simply due to the fact that chariots out on the sands. Let's go for Kushite Royal Guard. Got plenty of food we can buy just with our gold, and we've got lots of bronze, or at least for just one of these guys. So we'll grab in
Strong
one
arms
Kushite
and
Royal Guard.
Stronger stomachs.
I think that's all we can recruit in. Sadly enough. Still, we've not used these guys just yet. This is, I think, the highest overall unit roster of Elite Kapesh. At least the highest number of models per unit. Here, in Thez or Iwa, can we grab in the Bronze District just yet? No. Next turn we could, though. I actually think, though, we should go for anything else. So let's do better defenses in the Dungle Oasis, or Kushite Delegate School for even more relations to all non-Egyptian factions. I think that could be pretty useful. Speed the construction along. Spend some gold. We've got Send a Spy as a deserter to drop happiness further. Rouse some native warriors for more morale, and then incite an uprising, which will stop them from replenishing in this region. Drop happiness and damage the garrison. That's pretty devastating. Let's incite a rebellion. Okay, that went up 35 on each side. Maybe the higher up you go, the more these are going to give as well. Still only at the first tier of native support, so we've got just the 4 reinforcements from here, as well as these 2 that are going to coming on in at the tier 1. Going into our court. Lots can we start on up here? If anything, I just want to siphon. Oh, Balzaret's back. Okay, then we can go ahead and have you steal your legitimacy. Steal 3 legitimacy from Talzaret. That's what we'll start up now. She discovers them fairly quickly, so we can use that to farm gold as well. Very close to our next Pharaoh power. She'll be awesome.
Come.
Any kind of negotiations we can get to.
All will remember me.
No one even wants a non-aggression pact with a new Pharaoh.
Warrior.
He's yet to prove himself properly then. That's fine. Reminders real fast. We've got some unassigned skill points for Alpidazar hunting down the fools there. Let's give him extra movement since he's over on the desert and he needs to kind of chase down the sand ghosts. Show up and immediately run for one of your weaker settlements. We have some construction. Buhin and Kawa. Wouldn't mind increasing the happiness here in Kawa further, because there's no other buildings we can throw in at Abu Ab.
Warrior of Nubia.
You don't want to activate a outpost that you're standing in the little ring of. If you're inside the little influence ring, it will immediately take away all of your movement for the turn, and you'll just have to deal with it. I think we're going to come on over and drop off a few more slings in this fort. Possibly the Kushite archers that I can recruit every single Shimsuhor. We'll do something like this. We can just chuck all of the Nubian recruits in. Turn around and run on off. And recruit in
to my enemies.
Get some more Libu to fill in the ranks. We don't have the bronze, let's just go for some Libu tribes. Libu tribesmen it is.
When I call, you answer.
Snag the Kushite archers, that way they can replenish as well.
Hard men for a hard job.
Looks good to me. Construction in Buhin I could ignore. Such is the way. Jeffy would like to become our vassal. He does not want to get wiped out. Sure, we'll take some Western Desert tribes as a vassal. First vassal, the Dungle. Atia of the Larawanda Hittites would like to trade stone for food. There's a lot of stone, though. This one time we'll accept. We may regret it. Right, our barter agreement with the Buto has expired. We have a new victory objective. Conquest of the Kirkur Oasis. Rightfully reclaim your seat of power in the Kirkur Oasis province for 2 victory points. I know we are going to have to
All
conquer
will bow
both
before
the
me.
Miam and Buhin completely as part of our job as Amenmesse.
Ruler of all Egypt.
Papa is their next settlement. So I can actually make some ground towards proper Egypt. Okay, let's sprint on in. We can land here.
Coming into dock.
20 people defending Hapa. I think we can handle that. No problem. Translators' quarters will drop construction time, give us extra relations, and drop construction costs for this entire province. I'm going to speed that along with gold, even. Perfect.
True Pharaoh.
Here we can just move to surround the fort. Let's do it.
Nubia is mine.
Oh.
Always.
Just kidding. We absolutely cannot.
Prepare.
I'm going to go into
move.
march stance then and see how brave the people of
Get
Buhin are.
marching.
Come face your new Pharaoh in battle. You dare.
I was bound to dominate.
Was bound to dominate.
Power and pride.
We're at the negative 1.2 thousand again here.
Stay alert, brothers.
Likely a good idea. Make sure we're... Economy looks fine at the moment. We do have to figure out our next overall conquest besides just Buhin. We've got a lot of these armies running around here. We might want to attack the Kirkur Oasis while...
How can we help each other?
Well, the only enemies they really have are the invaders, so they're not going to be all that distracted elsewhere. We do know that we can handle the Libu in a straight-up fight, though, so as long as we have
I'll prove myself.
our most
worthy.
elite units that are coming from Amenmesse's faction and the overall Royal
You
Pharaoh,
better have strong.
we should just outmatch them on the field. The Libu really are required, or not, they're not required, but they're
No
really
one
looking
doubts
for
me
their
now.
sandstorms to full effect of their combat potential.
Bless my path, divinity.
Moving on up, we
Move
can
out.
invade the Kirkur Oasis. It will upgrade the stone settlement in Timpa, since we are giving a lot of our stone over to the Hittites.
Spirit and pride.
And then we can spend a bit more of our hard-earned food. We don't actually have any ringers in terms of melee, so let's go ahead and give you the Pharaoh Guard. Expensive,
Are you strong enough?
but worth it. And then everyone
Line
else
up.
can be just kind of
Let me see.
cheap and cheerful. Line up. Let me see. Let's go for some
I need
Libu
more
Raiders. Go along with our Pharaoh Guard, and then some slings
Make your name
for
on
expendable
down.
archers. Perfect stuff. Well, that is going to be all the time I've got for today. I have been Space Wizard Total War. Remember to leave a like for the light god, and a sub for the sub though. See you on the next one.